So we'll go ahead and kick things off. We'll open it up to some questions for Brady. Please raise your hand and I'll call on you. Mike, you can go first.
Hi, Brandy. I was just kind of curious if there was a timetable associated with how long Kurt will be away and you will be the interim head coach.
That is still a little to be determined right now. I know Kurt's working with the league with some testing protocols and things like that. So it shouldn't be a great amount of time, but he did need to get home at least for a little bit. And then the tough part is just getting him back into things through testing protocols. So that's still a little up in the air.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Sean?
Sorry about that, Coach. Technical malfunctions. Operator. Obviously, you're not a stranger to this kind of a role. I know that you had that a little earlier in the year. What are you expecting from this group? Obviously, a successful group and so forth. But what are you expecting over the next few days, kind of leading this group?
Honestly, I expect business as usual, right? We talk about with the players when somebody gets injured or like with JJ gone, now everybody steps up, right? Everybody steps up and takes a little piece of that pie of whatever's missing. And same with our staff. We have an incredible staff. Chris is great running our defense. Avi is great. Our video coordinator, Peter, is great. So we all step up, right? Total team effort. Everybody takes a little piece of the pie of what Kurt brings. And obviously nobody can replace him. He's our leader. But at the end of the day, we're all ultimately after the same goal, to be as good as we can and to win. And we have such a veteran group that understand what we do. So they make our job so much easier. And so I appreciate them so much more. But yeah, it's total team effort.
Thank you, Coach.
Jacqueline?
Hey, Brandy. I'm just curious, what were your impressions from Sunday's game? And, what have you learned from this film scout after that?
Yeah. Sunday, we didn't look like ourselves Sunday. I never felt like we could get into a flow offensively. We did a lot of self-scout today before practice of ourselves, especially on the offensive side of the ball, just where we can be better, where we can be smoother. And we talk a lot about the little things, right? Like our spacing, our timing, our screening angles. And we just weren't as sharp and as crisp as we typically are. So we watched some of that. And like I said, we have a veteran group, and then our young ones are learning very quickly. So we understand now where we can be better, where we had some letdowns, and then where we continue to be successful. So yeah, a lot of good self-scouting, and Chicago's going to guard us in a similar way, defend us in a similar way. So that will prepare us, what we saw and learned from Seattle, we can take into the Chicago game. And then we hang our hat on defense, right? We had some defensive breakdowns, but otherwise we did some good things. Still, you just can't spot Seattle with points off turnovers, right? And give them any extra baskets, because Seattle's such a smart team and led by Sue, they take advantage of every little defensive mistake you make. And so we've got to continue to be good on that side of the ball as well.
And with, JJ gone for the next couple of games, Bree Jones is getting a lot of attention in the paint. She got a lot of double teams on Sunday. How does the offense and how does the team just adjust to that extra attention that Breezy is going to get over the next couple of games?
Oh, absolutely. Breezy and DB garner a ton of attention, whether DB's at the 3 or the 4. And Breezy got doubled like 11 times in our last game, if I remember my count right, and only turned it over twice. We can be better on the perimeter at times, cutting and moving and helping her out, helping her find open shots. So we executed out of that well at times, and then there are places where we can be better. But Breezy has absolutely garnered that attention, has earned that attention. And we trust her, to make good decisions out of that. And so, it's not a surprise to us, and we'll continue to be better and give her options out of double teams.
Just last question. How is Dewana feeling?
She feels great. She's good. It's just getting her, she plays so many minutes at the 3, getting her now acclimated to the 4. It's a little bit different, and just getting her comfortable there. And the best place is to get her touches at the 4 as opposed to the wing, but she's feeling good and she should be good to go for Thursday.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Any other questions for Brady? All right, thanks, Brandy. You're all set. Okay, we'll kick things off. Please raise your hand and I'll call on you. Jacqueline?
Hey, Jazz. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about your Breaking Tea collaboration benefiting the KYAO Cancer Fund.
Absolutely, I would love to. So if you haven't seen, we have a new league-wide partnership with the WNBPA. So that's our union, the Players Association, and the KYAO Cancer Fund. Over the last 3 years, I've been working with them on my own to raise awareness, raise funds and support through virtual fundraising. And I've had an in-person event pre-COVID, all of which has been really successful. So the partnership has been solidified, and Breaking Tea came in and designed a t-shirt with me where we can send a portion of the proceeds to KYAO Cancer Fund. So with my history with breast cancer and, in my family, with my mom being a survivor, it's just something I'm passionate about, and I'm excited to see that it's grown beyond just me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Ned?
Afternoon, Jazz.
Hi.
Now that you guys have had, a chance to look at the tape from Sunday, what were some of your takeaways from that game?
A lot of good stuff that we were able to kind of learn from. We didn't really feel like ourselves. There's the obvious things. We were missing JJ. We were dealing with DB in her back a little bit. So we weren't 100%, but we still could have been so much better in so many areas. Just with our execution on offense, we weren't really moving the ball the way we wanted to, getting into actions the way we wanted, screening and moving the way we wanted. So we watched a few of those clips and saw how we can clean that up and be better. And then defensively, when we turn it over, against any team, that's just giving them more possessions, giving ourselves more defense. And against a team as talented as Seattle, you can't just give them the ball and try to keep up with them in transition. So we know that, and we're just focused on the next game and being better. Every game, win or loss, it's a learning opportunity.
This is going to be your first, I don't know what the best way to call it, your first 2-game back-to-back with Chicago. How do you like that new format? Any thoughts on it?
I feel like when I think about it, it's like a playoff feel to it, quick turnaround. When you're doing the, best of 5, 2, 2, 1, I think it's similar. So it's not anything that we haven't experienced before. I think it's just the next games. I don't know. I've played actual back-to-backs before, back when that was a thing all the time. So I'm not really too fazed by it.
Less travel, less flying though, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Doug?
Hi, Jasmine. I was just curious, in terms of with Kurt being away, how much different are things usually? I know you played one game, obviously, without him, but how, if any, things are different with Brandy and Chris on the sideline?
We totally support Kurt being away. We understand him being with his family, and we just wish all the best for him in that way. But he's the boss. He's the leader. He's done a great job over the years, and really, maturing, if that's the word, Brandy and Chris and everyone as coaches in the professional game. So we feel confident in them. Their preparation has to be the best in the league. Like, we know for sure for all of these games, however long Kurt has to be away from us, that we'll be prepared. They are great with scouting, and we built great relationships with them over the years that, we feel like we're in a good place.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Jazz? Okay.
Matt, where are you?
Sorry, we're cleaning out here and we got some music. It sounds nice, doesn't it? Hey. Next, we'll open it up to some questions for Emma Cannon, who joins us temporarily, hopefully longer, while JJ is out. She's had about 4 practices now, I believe, and had time in the game against Seattle. So we'll go ahead and open it up to some questions for Emma. Ned?
Good afternoon, Emma. Can you hear me? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute, Emma. Just touch the screen, and then on the left-hand corner.
Got you. Hello. I
There you
got you. Yeah.
I'm glad to see somebody else forget to turn off the mute button.
Jazz set me up for failure.
How is it for you as to come into a situation where you're needed right now, but this could be just a temporary thing and you could be gone, in a few weeks?
I mean, it's just a mentality, you know what I'm saying? You have to come in, you have to work hard. This is still my job. Good thing I have some great teammates that come in and they help me every day get prepared, try to run through the plays as much as possible and get me up to speed. But it's just a mentality, regardless of how long I'm here or whatnot, I still have a job to do and I have to come in every day as a professional athlete and get to it.
And I ask because from the outside, it seems like such an unusual situation, almost like temp work in a way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I mean, like I said, I just come in, positive mentality, come in, do my job and do it to the best of my ability and everything else will work out for itself.
Now, what had you been doing?
Well, I was with the Aces, as you guys know, and then it was only like a week in between. I had a birthday, and then literally after that, I was back in the gym. So I really didn't know what was going to happen or what was going to come up. So I just wanted to stay ready so I didn't have to get ready.
Thank you, Emma.
You're welcome.
Jacqueline?
Hi, Emma, it's nice to meet you.
Hello.
Just wondering, how did Sunday go for you? What was it like, playing in your Sun debut this year against a team like Seattle and, guarding Brianna Stewart? Just how'd that go for you? And, what are some things that you think you can really help this team out with in the next couple of weeks?
It was great to get back on the court. It sucks that we lost. Me and Bree, Stu, we've had our battles. I played a lot against her last year in the finals, so I knew what she was all about, and I know what she brings to the court. So, but me personally, what I can bring to this team is just, I'm a vet. I know a lot. I played against majority of these girls overseas. So, just speaking up, trying to be a leader in that way and trying to do whatever I can do, to help this team, get wins, and then sticking to what I am and who I am and what I can bring is my rebounding, me talking, me scoring, when I can, and just, being a teammate, a great teammate in all aspects.
And, what has it been like having Alyssa Thomas on the sideline, kind of playing that mini coaching role? Did she have a moment with you on Sunday or the team where, she was really providing a lot of insight into the game?
Oh, yeah. AT's great. She's definitely playing that role as a coach on the sideline. And I've talked to her several times and, me and her are similar in a lot of ways. And we've had our battles in the past and, she stays in my ear just trying to help me like everybody else, get up to speed and what I need to do or what I can do, just for the team.
Great. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Emma? All right. That's all for today.